Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the To Be Happy podcast. I'm your host, Cassie Ray, and I'm so excited that you are here. Today we're going to be talking about healthy snacks. I'm going to go through kind of like this whole healthy kind of series about food and different dupes that you could have and different things like that because your health journey actually starts with food first, which is about 80%, and then 20% is actually working out. So a good chunk of your mental health, your physical health, and your journey and progressing in your journey starts with food. And so I kind of wanted to start off with this small snack change versus like a meal change because a meal change could be a lot. So trying to find healthier snacks would definitely be an easier way to incorporate healthier foods into your diet. And then we can slowly add on to that with meals, within me sending you meal plans and all the different things like that. I do have meal plans. If you would like them, email me or DM me or whatever, and I'll send them to you. They're the ones that my coach sends me for the week. And so I just figured that I could forward that to you guys so that way you could have it. I don't have time yet to make my own, but I eventually would love to and to be able to create that for myself. So without further ado, let's get into this podcast. So I wanted to preface this by saying that these are not all the snacks that you can have. These are just my favorite snacks. Like, I'm just sharing my favorite, but this definitely might not be your thing. Like, I love, this is just for instance, I love sparkling water. It makes me not drink Cokes anymore because I realize that I can trick my mind into thinking that I'm drinking a Coke with the carbonation of sparkling water. So I don't even drink Coke anymore. Like, I haven't had a Coke in a really long time. Like, if I go out and get a fountain drink, I get like sweet tea or something. But I have not had an actual like Coke, and I contribute that to the carbonation in sparkling water and me being able to train my mind to think like, oh, this might be Coke, or like changing that mindset of instead of drinking a Coke and having all the sugar and everything, you're going to drink a sparkling water and you're going to enjoy it. So how I figured out that this was a thing was, okay, so my fiance and I, he was my boyfriend at the time. We went to New Mexico, or was it a beach trip? I think it was a beach trip. And in our hotel, they had sparkling waters, and I've never tried one before, so I figured, oh, I'll just try it. Like, I probably hate it, but I'll just try it. And so then I tried it, and I literally, like, fell in love with them, and I have, since that trip, I have not gone a week without having a sparkling water. And since then, I have not had a Coke, which is crazy to think, but sparkling water has changed my life. But most people hate sparkling water. So some of these snacks, again, this is just an example. Some of these snacks you might literally hate, but then, you know what? I might open your door to something awesome that you never thought about before. So that's just my little spiel. And now we're just going to get into some of my favorite snacks. And then we're going to talk about some of my favorite snacks that I do sell. Okay, so my very first one is peanut butter and basically like all nut butters. If anyone knows me in the whole world, like knows me, they know that I literally live for peanut butter, and I have since I was like, I don't even know how old. Like, I have loved peanut butter my whole entire life. Like, me and PB got some real love going on, and honestly, anything with peanut butter on it, like that powdered, like PB2, I think it is, where it's like powdered, like I love that stuff. I love peanut butter, which, side note, the peanut butter that I like is the organic kind because I love the texture. I like the other types of peanut butter too, like non-organic ones, but the organic ones have such a smooth taste to them that I cannot do anything else. Like, my mom would always like buy that kind, and like that is what has stuck with me for the rest of my life. Like, I literally love that type of peanut butter. I don't know, don't ask me. It's just like my favorite, my absolute favorite. The PB2 that I get, I don't actually get like the PB2 in like the container. I get it in bulk. So yeah. Anyways, and then like I put, just as an example, I use peanut butter in pretty much everything, or nut butters. Like, I love almond butter. Oh my gosh. If I have two nut butters that are my favorite, organic peanut butter and organic, what is it called? Almond butter. Those two are my favorite, and I get the organic kind because, again, the texture is like phenomenal. Anywho, what I do with this is I will open up dates, which I don't even like dates, but dates are really good for iron deficient people. And if no one knows this, I'm actually iron deficient. And so I try to make sure that I incorporate eggs and dates and meat into my diet so that way I can have as much iron absorption as possible, as well as vitamin C. So I try to just make sure that I have enough of that in my diet at all times. Just to make sure that I'm doing great. But I hate dates, but they're so good for you. And so I watched Nikki Phillippi. If you don't watch her on YouTube, she's fantastic. Anyways, I saw that she would take the dates and she would put peanut butter in them and then put like chocolate chips on top, or like she would chop up like a chocolate bar of like dark chocolate or something, and she would put that on top, and it is so good. I put semi-sweet chocolate chips because like dark chocolate is good, but I kind of want like a little bit more like lighter taste. So I choose semi-sweet because I also don't like milk chocolate. So I'm kind of like the in-between weird person. I don't know. I might try dark chocolate. I don't know. But that is so good. That's something I use peanut butter for. And then also I put it with celery. I put it in celery and I eat celery on my own. Hope I can eat it on my own. No, on its own. And then I put honestly any type of butter with any type of fruit, like peanut butter and bananas. I put it on mangoes, which sounds gross, but I really love it. Honestly, anything tastes good with peanut butter on it to me. I put it on granola bars. I put it on nut thin crackers. I put it on like legit everything. So if you think you won't like it, just try it one time and you probably will. Like, it's so good. Oh my gosh. I'm like, my mouth is watering thinking of it right now. Okay. Oh, and I also put it on pretzels. That was something I forgot. Which, speaking of pretzels, I love gluten-free pretzels. I can eat them on their own. I can put them with hummus. I can put them with pretty much anything. And I like having them on the sides. So like what I do for work is I bring like a little container and it's got like something sweet, something salty, and then some like meat or cheese type of thing going on. And I got this idea off of like a replay of these things that we sell at HEB where I stock it most of the time. And it's like these little containers and they have like nuts, like dried fruit with some seeds, and then they have like cheese or meat. Anyways, that's where I got the idea from, and so I create my own. And gluten-free pretzels are pretty much in all of them. I get gluten-free pretzels because I think they taste better, but that's like not a requirement. It's just my favorite because I like the texture again of it. It's just, I'm a very weird texture person, and you're gonna find this out as we continue on, because I chose most of these things as my favorite because I like weird textures, or I prefer like harder textures, if that makes sense. Like anything that's soggy makes me gag, so I can't eat it. And gluten-free pretzels never get soggy, even if I put them with something else in there, or like fruit or something. Like, I mean, anyways, we're just gonna go with that. You get the point. Now, another one is hummus with crackers. The crackers I use are nut thins because they're crunchy, and I like them a lot. And again, they don't get soggy. So I love those. And then I put hummus with cucumbers and bell peppers. Those are my like 3 like go-to things to put with hummus. I've started liking, this might sound really weird, but cutting up cherry tomatoes and then having the nut thins with the hummus and then a cherry tomato on top, with some like Italian seasoning sprinkled over it. It's just like so good. Oh, and then like a little bit of balsamic vinegar sometimes, and like delicious. Like it's so good. But those are one of them that I really, really enjoy. And it's just one of my go-to snacks. Like, honestly, throughout the week, I'll just take all of these snacks that I'm going to have written out for you guys, and then I'm going to be telling you, and I just, like, rotate them throughout the week because if I bought all these at one time, it'd be pretty expensive. Oh, and also, another little, like, side note before we continue going, I eat snacks like it's my job. Like, I love food, and I eat so much of it that I have learned that I have to have healthy snacks. Otherwise, I will just pretty much probably be like 100 pounds over the weight that I am now because I eat so many snacks. Like, I prefer snacks over a meal. Like, I'll have like 6 small meals versus like having like one giant meal. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not everyone's like that. Like, my fiance is definitely not like that. He prefers to have like 3 square meals a day, like huge meals, and like no snacks. I prefer to have like a zillion snacks and like maybe like 1 meal. So that's just a little added information into whenever you're thinking of that. Another one that I literally cannot live without, and I pretty much eat this every other week, are 2 turkey sticks. I get the giant thing of turkey sticks, like giant container of turkey sticks, because it's just cheaper, and I don't like, I mean, I like jerky too, but jerky is really expensive, so I get the turkey sticks. Oh my gosh, that was so hard to say. Anyways, I take 2 turkey sticks and I like break them in half so that way they can fit in my container. And then I put a cheese stick with that, and then dried mangoes. Guys, this is my favorite one because it's sweet, salty, and creamy, like all in the same thing. I'm in love. Like, I have eaten this so many times. And then also, I might throw in some of those pretzels, those gluten-free pretzels, and my day is made. It is so good because then you get the little bit of crunch too. You get like meaty, like the meaty taste, the creamy taste, the crunchy, and the sweet. It's so good. So good. And then my other favorite is pretty much any type of cheese. I love cheese. I love any type of cheese put with like anything. Like, it literally could be, I normally put like cheese with like a vegetable or a fruit and like a cracker or like a carb of some sort. That's like my favorite thing to do. And then another one is a cheese stick rolled in lunch meat with a veggie or fruit on the side. Delicious. Like, absolutely in love. Also, you can take a cheese stick and cut up some bell peppers, put that in there, roll that in some lunch meat, and then that tastes frackin' delicious too. So those are just some ideas for you. Boiled eggs, 100%. I eat eggs every morning, all the time, every day at least. I either eat a boiled egg for a snack or eat eggs in the morning. I just love eggs. And I love putting everything but the bagel seasoning on there. H-E-B has their own like brand of it, and it's better than the original to me. But I also never grew up on the original kind, so I don't know. But it's so good, and like, I put everything but the bagel seasoning on pretty much anything in my life, but especially boiled eggs. They're so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, and you can also put some balsamic vinegar on there and put some like gluten-free pretzels in there, and you're good to go. They're so good. Avocado toast, or avocados with cheese, or avocados with crackers. Like, what I like to do, this is like my go-to thing, is I cut the avocado in half and I sprinkle it with whatever seasoning I feel like. Most of the time it's like Tony seasoning. It's like, I don't know, it tastes the best to me. And so then I put Tony seasoning on there, and then I take the nut thin crackers. I normally get like the single packages where like you can bring them to work easily and stuff. And it also gives me portion control because, guys, I literally have no portion control sometimes. Like, I just will eat all day. So I need the extra help with the portion control, which we're going to be talking about in another couple ones after this, because portion control is honestly like so helpful and then also so hindering all at the same time. So anyways, I get those little snack pack things, and I eat that with the avocado, and it is so filling. I think it's because I'm getting healthy fats and carbs at the same time, as well as protein because it's nut thin. So, and it's got like almonds in it. So I think that honestly is super filling. It's one of my favorites. Another one is frozen fruit. I love frozen fruit. Like, I let it get kind of soft to where I can eat it, and then I eat it and it tastes like a popsicle, and it's so good, and you get all the vitamins that a frozen fruit would have. A fruit would have. It's delicious. Or you can like blend up your own kind. Like, sometimes I'll take like mangoes and I'll put like spinach in it, and then I'll put like Greek yogurt in there, and then put like a little bit of water, and then I blend it up. And and I put sometimes chia and hemp seeds in there, and I like blend it up, and then I put that in like my little ice cubes. So I have like little silicone ice cubes because I used to have to make my own ice. And I would put it in there and then let it freeze and then eat it. And oh my stinking gosh, it's so good. Chips and salsa is a really good one. I mean, you can't go wrong with chips and salsa is all I have to say. A nut thin with cream cheese, like a thin layer of cream cheese. You can either get like the normal cream cheese, you can get the vegan cream cheese. The vegan chive cream cheese is delicious with this. And then you put lemon pepper smoked salmon on top, or the barbecue smoked salmon. Man, that is so good. My fiance puts a Ritz cracker with cream cheese and smoked salmon on top because he has a weird addiction to smoked salmon. Like, he loves smoked salmon. Anyways, that is something that he discovered and he made one day for me whenever I was cooking dinner, and oh my gosh, it's delicious. Now it's like one of my favorite things to eat. What's another one? Oh, fruit, like cuties, something that's super easy to bring with you. So like cuties are super easy. You can literally just take them out of there. I get the Bellas because that's H-E-B's brand. Anyways, I take those types of fruits like bananas and cuties, anything that's super easy to kind of like not have to package up or cut or anything like that. Also, I like kiwis because you can just cut the top off and eat them with a spoon. My mom taught me that in like not even high school, when I was little, and I still do that. Like, I never actually like cut it. I just cut the top and then eat it at a bowl kind of thing. And those are just super easy because then you don't have to think about it, and it's already healthy and it's already like pretty much wrapped up for you. Another one is like just all sorts of assorted nuts. These are my 3 favorite, and I pretty much eat these, and I don't really eat anything else, which probably should switch it up a little bit, but I don't really like peanuts because I already probably eat enough peanut butter that I don't, my body's like, we don't need any more peanuts. I'm not sure, but I like cashews. Those are my all-time favorite. Cashews are delicious. Slivered almonds, not like the whole almonds, but slivered almonds. I don't know, the texture thing really just is delicious with it. And then Brazil nuts are my new fave. Brazil nuts are delicious. I can't get over it. They're so good. And then this is like a recent favorite. I bought these the other day at the grocery store just to try because they looked good, and I was like, well, might as well try it while I have it. And it's Simply 7 barbecue quinoa chips. These are delicious. I am a barbecue chip connoisseur. My mom is probably laughing at this if she's listening to this because I used to love barbecue chips, like no joke. Like, I love barbecue chips, and I still do. Like, it hasn't changed. Like, honestly, if my mom's listening to this and I told her like all of these snacks I have, nothing's changed like at all. Like, I'm still like eating the same shit. Oh, sorry. The same stuff. Just like I'm older now and I'm buying it myself. But the Simply 7 barbecue quinoa chips, they are so good. I'm going to go get them right now so I can read the back of the label to you because they're such simple ingredients and they're so good for you. Okay, I have retrieved the package. So a serving size is 16 chips, which is actually not too bad. 140 calories. 1 gram protein, which isn't that great. But honestly, for junk food, this is pretty good. Okay, so let me read the ingredients. It's quinoa flour, sunflower and or safflower oil, potato starch, corn starch flour, cane sugar, sea salt, potassium chloride, onion powder, dehydrated tomatoes, chili pepper, paprika, garlic powder, natural flavors, paprika extract, and citric acid. Okay, that doesn't sound as great as what I was thinking in my mind, but the cool thing is that it's actually a lot better for you than if you read the back of a normal Lay's potato chip, barbecue chip, and it tastes pretty dang close. And I love the texture of these because, I don't know, they're like airy and light and delicious and slightly addicting, so you have to be real serious with these because I could eat the whole thing within like a sitting because they're so good. But if this matters to you, I'm going to read this to you too. It's non-GMO, nothing artificial, gluten-free, vegetarian. So, I don't know if that matters to you guys, but I just thought I would answer and share that with you guys. Now on to the last snack of this time, and one that I actually sell myself. So let's get into that. Okay, so my next snack that I have literally drank since December has been Shakeology. Shakeology is like honestly one of the most nutrient dense, best tasting snack I've ever had. And that's just not even me because I sell it, but because I actually genuinely liked it. Like that was one of the things that made me actually want to become a coach, is because I can help people by eating good foods that are good for me, that are super high quality and that taste delicious. So honestly, it was like one of the changing moments, because I thought these shakes sucked based off all the really bad reviews of listening to Beachbody. But then once I tasted it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so on board. These taste delicious. Which honestly, that proves to you how much I love food. But I also am super not paranoid, but I'm super cautious as to what I put in my body. That is protein powders and different things like that. And I would not recommend something to you that I would not ingest myself, that I think is super helpful to your body, and that is filled with whole and high quality products. So the people who created this have decades of personal experience, and they use that to craft the shake. So that way you can have nutrition and function at optimum level. It includes proteins, digestive enzymes, prebiotics, probiotics, adaptogens, fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. And they're all sourced from all different places around the world. And I'm just going to kind of share what's actually inside of here. So there's 4 super greens and phytonutrient sources, 9 superfruit and antioxidant sources, 8 adaptogen sources, which are like mushrooms, probiotic and digestive enzyme sources, 16 grams of protein, 25% digestive ions, 6 grams of fiber, 250 milligrams of omega-3 from, I believe that's Ala, and then 22% vitamin C. So you pretty much get like everything that you need. It's 160 calories. So that's just something to kind of consider. Now I'm going to read some of their mission statements so you will understand the purpose behind the product. So the very first one is 0 compromises. We do not do shortcuts. We believe in going the extra mile to deliver a daily dose of dense nutrition that helps you thrive every day. The next one is potent with a purpose. It's hard to get all the nutrients you need to feel your best, even when you're trying to eat healthy. That is why we include a variety of nutrient blends with phytonutrients and antioxidant blends to help you fill in nutrient gaps and feel better overall. And I have to say that this actually helps with your mind and your gut health for sure. That's just my own personal experience. And then what they call power in every scoop is that Shakeology is one-of-a-kind formula that helps provide healthy energy, that helps you lose weight, support healthy digestion and regularity, and even can help curb junk food cravings, which I will say is definitely a thing because it tastes so good that you seriously cannot not feel full after you eat it and feel satisfied, because the chocolate is so chocolatey that you literally don't want chocolate after that. Backed by science. So they did multiple clinical trials. Over 41 adults drank Shakeology or a calorie match shake, a placebo one, 30 minutes before a meal, and they found out some pretty amazing results. So I'm going to share that with you. It reduced the desire to eat by 50%. Which is more than a calorie match shake. So they compare this to like Tropica protein, and they went over 58%. That's Tropica protein is just an example. Okay, I don't know if they actually use that. Reduced hunger by 51%, and then participants 25 and older ate 180 fewer calories at their next meal. What Shakeology does for your body is actually promote healthy weight loss, lean muscle support, adaptogen support, healthy energy, your gut health, and overall health. Adaptogen support is actually the ashwagandha and chaga. They traditionally have been used to help the body adapt and respond to effects of stress. Stress can come from a busy lifestyle environment or working out. I have to say I've had firsthand experience with this. Just obviously in the past couple of weeks, whenever we had the crisis going on. I mean, we still do, but where grocery stores were completely empty and we were trying to adapt to all these things, Shakeology was actually super helpful with this and making me kind of like calm down. Like I was freaked out, but I never like went into my anxiety and panic mode attacks, etc. And ever since I've been more regular about drinking it during this time, I have slowly been more adaptable to what is going on. They test all the Shakeology packages that actually get sent out to you. They go through over 1,900 tests to make sure each bag tastes great and meets the high quality standards. And then they always are trying to identify new ingredients that they can put in there. All of their ingredients have to meet the standards of their purity, potency test, and taste, function, and stability for you. Some of the things that are in there that are globally harvested is matcha green tea, chaga mushroom, camu, pea protein, vanilla bean, and yakin root. One of the ones that I find really cool is camu. I don't really know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so don't get mad if it's wrong. But it comes from the Amazon rainforest, and Shakeology buys it from these farmers in the Amazon rainforest that would actually not be able to sell them and make a living off of it if it wasn't for Shakeology. So they help create an avenue to sell their crops, which I think is pretty fantastic. And as an ag major, I find it really amazing that we're helping people around the world be able to have something that is just helpful. So I'm going to talk about all the different flavors that we have, and then I'm going to tell you my favorites. Chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, cafe latte, tropical strawberry, pumpkin spice. My favorites are chocolate. That's like my usual is chocolate. Cafe latte is one of my other favorites. Tropical strawberry, and then pumpkin spice. I mean, I like pumpkin spice for like fall, but like, like on a normal day, no. Like on a normal day, I have chocolate and I mix that with like a scoop of PB2. So it's like a Reese's, and that tastes so good to me. I love the tropical strawberry. Like, oh my gosh, that like the smell of it makes my mouth water. Strawberry is really good too. And then vanilla is good, but I would have to say that it's not my favorite. I prefer to use vanilla in like more baking. Sometimes I use some of these packages or Shakeology into making like mug muffins and different things like that. Like the mug cakes and stuff. I make a lot of that with the vanilla one because it tastes really good. And then I normally put like a drizzle of either chocolate or caramel, which isn't like healthy, obviously, but I'm having it as a dessert, so I feel like it's healthier than any other dessert that I would probably choose. So that's just a side note. And then you can personalize your shake. So they have different boosts, is what we call it. Boosts are basically additives that you can put into your shakes to make them more helpful to you and your lifestyle. We have focused energy, power greens, and digestive health. I love the focused energy and the power greens. I have a sample of the focused energy, which is why I said I loved it, but the power greens is the one that I actually purchased myself, just to try out, and I literally love it. It's got all the dark leafy greens that you could want, and it's also got cucumbers and celery in there, so that helps with all sorts of digestion. But if you need more fiber, if you need a little bit more help in your digestion, oh my gosh, the boost of digestive health would definitely be for you. And then the focused energy has ginseng, which is the caffeine in green tea, which kind of like focuses you and can also help you adapt to stress. So those are just some little additives that you can have inside your shake. And then to make the perfect shake, which I have to say that you don't have to do these steps to make it taste good, but if you do, you'll like never go back to another shake again because it actually tastes really good. So you pick a base. You can either have water, dairy milk, plant milk. and even coconut water some people use. I have tried that with mangoes and like the green smoothie. I use mangoes and greens together because they taste the best together to me. Anyways, that tastes really good in there. The second step is to add 1 scoop of Shakeology of your choice. With the greens and stuff, I generally try to put the vanilla one because it tastes really good with it. Boost your shake so you can put your boost that you want in there. You don't obviously have to have the boost, which is why I'm saying you don't have to have all these steps, but if you want, you can put that in there. Add some fruits and veggies. So sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. Just kind of depends on my mood. A lot of times I don't actually have that. I just have all the powders and then I mix it up with like either water and ice or milk and ice or whatever works best for me. And then you add a healthy fat. You can add avocado, flaxseed, nut butter, my fave, and it just kind of adds like a creamier texture. So if you're a big texture person, that is kind of necessary. Whenever you buy Shakeology, the back half of the pamphlet they give you has different recipes. And then they also have a wellness log, so you can track it for 4 weeks to see if it actually is helping you or not, and if you would want to do that. They also have more recipes on the back. They have peanut butter cups, which is my favorite, and almond espresso energy balls, which I really want to try, but I haven't gotten the espresso in yet, so we don't know about that yet. But all of that to say that Shakeology is amazing. The quality is amazing, and I highly suggest that you try it at least once. There is a sample package that is very inexpensive, and if you want more information about that, please let me know. Other than that, I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for listening to this super, super long podcast. So, bye guys.